Hi guys, welcome to FOE Advanced. This is Bondfree from L World, and today I wanted to show you just a basically really small MicroStrategy around using the Blue Galaxy, using the BG. So really all I wanted to do was, for those of you that don't know how the BG really works in a practical sense, or just have never seen what it looks like to collect with the Blue Galaxy, that's what this video is about. I don't think it'll be a very long video, but I just was about to do a collection on my city, and I wanted to show you how I go about collecting using my BG. Now, as you may know, or if you do some research, the Blue Galaxy is a great building that is, in a sense, a chance building, not only from a percentage point of giving you its benefit, but it only gives you a certain number of chances at collection to have that opportunity. So I've gone ahead and activated it by clicking on it, by collecting, if you will. Mine's at level 78, which I want to take it up to 100, but it gets kind of expensive, and right now I just feel like it really kicks ass where it's at. I'm gonna feed more into it, but at this level, for example, I have a 67% chance of doubling my collection from a given building at 14 times for the first, so the first 14 collections I do in this session, or whenever you collect, are going to be eligible for that 67% hit chance to double down. So the medals are a nice touch, but in terms of chance buildings, like compared to, this is just my opinion, my own experience, compared to the Himeji, in terms of the benefits it potentially gives you, the Kraken, the SC, I mean, those buildings, in my opinion, rarely hit, Flying Island, compared to the reliability and consistency of the Blue Galaxy. I absolutely love this building. I mean, even on my lower level accounts in other worlds, I tend to build them kind of early because I just think it's cool because it hits very frequently. So I'm just going to collect. Obviously, I'm going to target my higher FP buildings to start with, because that's what I'm focused on. And I don't have some of the more, aggressive high FP buildings that have been out in the past, because I just haven't bothered with the space in my city. But a building that's 11 or 12 FP is definitely going to be a target for me. I also like to collect on Crow's Nest. See, like 20, I got 20 FP and I doubled down. So that was a killer collection right there. That was 40 FP I got just right now there. And then I'm going to hit my abandoned asylums. And of course, you can see really quickly all those doubled. And now my bar is already full at 129. So in order to continue collecting, I need to dump my FP off. What you don't want to do is, if you're the type of player that likes to collect all finished productions using this option over here on the left, you're not going to be able to control unless you target your collections first. That's what I do. I like to use this option. So what I do is I exhaust all of my collections manually first, until I get to the point where over here, it shows ×2. I have 10 tries left, or 10 attempts. So I'm going to run those down, and then I'm going to go over here and collect all finished productions, and that way I can reset my counters on my goods buildings and my sleigh builders and whatever else. So the only challenge with that is, when I'm above 100, I've got to have somewhere, to dump this FP. So I've been out, AFK a lot lately. So I was just trying to find, okay, so I was working on my Galata Tower. So actually must have been somebody else's GT. Sorry. I don't know what I was doing here. Actually, I was working on my Galata. Never mind. I went to my Flying Island. Too many buildings. All right. So I'm just going to dump these on my GT, and then I've got 10 more collections. So I'm just going to hit my higher value, collecting points. These guys are good. The Ferris wheels. And let's see, here's another one of them. I already hit the top again. All right. So I'm going to dump these. I'm not doing my recurring quests right now because I'm being lazy, but obviously, I'm in SAV. There are 2 spend Forge Point RQs, which is kind of cool. There's a spend 150 and a spend 200. So you can trigger those a lot, when you're collecting a lot with your BG. It's a really good way to approach it. Now, the BG will not ever double on another Great Buildings collection. So if for whatever reason I wanted to collect my Kraken right now, I could do that. And if you'll notice over here where it says 5X, I can collect my Kraken. Not only will it never be eligible for a doubling reward, but it doesn't affect my count. So the BG essentially ignores all other Great Building collections. It doesn't matter what they produce. It's not even a factor. It's just invisible. So I'm gonna hit the crow's nest, and I got 4 more. All right, so just gonna find some other ones here real quick and be done with this. So let's see, I'll just click on the Governor Mansions, and got 2 more. All right, how about this one? Oh, I'm back at it again. All right, I got to dump that 100, and then 2 more, and I'll be done with using my BG eligibility. So that's how that works. You can see, in my case, I mean, it is really worth, in my opinion, running the BG up to a pretty high level. I would go to at least 50 before slowing down on it. That's probably debatable. I mean, you can look up the GB benefits, like on the Forge Wiki and stuff. And now that I'm at 36 up here, I'm going to go ahead and collect the rest of my stuff, because I'm just not going to bother with RQs and all that right now. So that's it. So that is, in a nutshell, how the Blue Galaxy works, what it looks like in a city, and why I love that building. I think as a chance building, it is just killer, especially as a resource booster. I mean, my next favorite GB is the AO to get it up high, because it gives you FP, and it never runs out of chances that it can deal 150 damage. It just goes and goes and goes. And in my case, I'm at level 99, and I have a 29.96 chance of dealing 150 damage, 150%. So that's another, just an aside, another GB I really love. Probably the most useless GB I have in my town right now is the FI. Just in case you're still watching, I'll show you what that looks like. I'll probably do another video on that, hopefully, if I can even show what it does. Yeah, so for example, if the FI was doing its job, on a more consistent basis, I could come into my settlement, and up here on the right, this would not be grayed out. This would be like a full color flower pot saying, okay, yeah, there's a cool prize for you to select, a random. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I come in here and there's nothing to collect. And I mean, it's supposed to, recharge the opportunity to collect something every 4 hours. Now I'm at level 46, and I'm kind of like done with this GB right now. I like the way it looks, but it's just kind of garbage in terms of like, not being very, very fruitful. I decided to build a TOB after many years. I deleted my TOB a long time ago, but for a 3x3 building, and at my level, it's not hard. It's not expensive to level up. And what's kind of cool is that right now it's producing virtual future goods. So I don't know. It seemed like not a bad idea to go back and dive into the TOB. So anyway, that's what I got for today. I hope you've enjoyed this and that it gave you some insights. Please comment, and happy forging.